Hello guys, my name is Hifumi and today we're gonna talk about video games. As you can see in my channel, and for anyone who knows me for so long, there's some things I'm really passionate about. History, mystery, crafting, and also Warriors games. I can't even describe how much I love this type of games despite how repetitive the gameplay is. Maybe this is all because Warriors games always serve us with interesting stories and nefarious characters. And as story-based player, it's really drawn me back. But in the end, I admit this type of game is always be my number one choice if I need some kind of entertainment. And in this video, I would like to talk about all Warrior games I play in the entire 2023. I have been planning to make this video like this for so long, and I just have opportunity to make it. I hope it make it right. Keeping in mind that this is all based on my opinion and you can freely agree or disagree with everything I said in this video. I will do my best to avoid spoilers. Without further ado, let's get started. First, Tooru Warriors. If you follow my channel for a while, this is one of my first Warriors live stream videos I upload in my channel, as well as my current topic from my video shorts because I love Tooru. I have known Tooru ever since its debut in 2015, and I'm so excited when I heard they announced the Warriors installment a couple years ago. At that point, I just began realizing almost all famous franchises now have a Warriors type of game. But then who am I to judge? This game is not hard at all. I can say this is the easiest Warrior game I played that year, but then looking at the target demographic, I totally understand that. To compensate for that, this game focused more on investigation and some puzzle on each stage, such as looking for items, crossing a road, or avoiding guard squads instead of fighting enemy head-on. I think it's not entirely new to the Warrior genre, but then it's still refreshing to play because we don't know what kind of challenge we might face in the next chapter. Sadly, the stage maps are quietly short and sometimes fall into linear ones, where you have to go to point A to point B, similar to old Sengoku Basara games, if you ever play that, but then it's okay. I think this game is good for you who need a break from a long, exhausting game. Another reason is because the story. I am really enjoying it. Just like other Tooru adaptation, this game has entirely new story based on Tooru lore about personification of handsome sword fighting to protect the history from alteration. I won't spoil anything, but the story has a good build-up that makes me want to dig more, alongside a very good twist. Each character has their own screen time and focus, which is great considering the OG Warriors game is not really good at doing this department. I am looking at you, Dynasty Warrior. In any case, I want to know more about this installment of Tooru, and I just hope that you develop the sequel. Second, Hakuoki Warriors of the Shinsengumi. First thing I noticed when I boot up this game, they used the anime version art style instead of their visual novel one, and to be honest, I was surprised. But then it makes sense later since they used the anime version screenshot as CG and also some video that plays in the story. Anyway, I know this game is for so long because I saw one of the Chizuru's fan art and cosplay wearing this game exclusive costume. I am just glad to finally get this old game. Because how old the game is, that's why I think this game is a product of its time. From graphics to gameplay, I don't have much to say. Because this is a PSP game, you can see enemies that do not appear as much as if you play on PlayStation 2 or maybe PC. So you may have to look enemies you want to beat by yourself. Speaking of stage, due to limitation, they have limited stage selection, so don't be surprised you will be revisiting the same stage with the same challenge when you play during story mode. Even so, I admit I have a difficult time to adjusting myself to the game, because the attack is 100% frontal, and as someone who usually relies on area and limit attack, I got defeated a couple times. move on to the story territory, there are two story modes in the game for each characters. One's telling original story of the game, and the one is retelling the story of the OG game. I won't say anything much about the retelling part because that's their function, and if you're a hakuoki fan, you will get exactly what you know there. As for the original mode, the Shinsengumi Chronicles, they provide new tales with a new ending. Kinda like What If for all characters. But sadly, forgettable. I said this forgettable because most of the characters have a copy-paste stage in their story. Well, except maybe two of them, because they have different objective. I know the story setting of this game revolved around three major historical moments during that time, but I kinda wish for more variation of the mission. Well, I have a theory why this happened. As I mentioned before, it may be due to hardware limitation. The developer only could provide several stages that we will encounter as we play the game. Maybe that's why the story is like that. So yeah, it's not a big deal for me. I have fun playing this game. Third, Samurai Warrior 5. Unlike the previous Samurai Warriors main installment, the fifth installment of Samurai Warrior 5 only focused on retelling legend of one character, Oda Nobunaga. I know, it's very surprising to see developer making this move, but after I found out about the existence of Samurai Warrior Spirit of Sanada, I was in the dark place during this game launch. I finally understood why. And of course, because of this, almost 99% of the main cast of Samurai Warriors that we know and love is removed. Some of them who managed to stay get massively redesigned, not only from appearance, but also their personality to match more their historical counterpart. Unsurprisingly, this caused many of my friends, including myself who have been longtime fans of Samurai Warriors, to feel alienated from the character roster this time. I mean, don't get me wrong, as a history geek myself, I don't mind about this, but knowing Morimoto Motonari and his son got changed so much makes me... The graphics are good and epic. Blending 3D and also old Japanese brush techniques kinda reminds me of Okami in my opinion. I am not surprised if it's turned out to be the developer took massive inspiration from that game. I think the style is very fitting to this game and I hope they will keep it to the future installment. In the terms of gameplay, Samurai Warrior 5 still keep everything that I know and love about Samurai Warriors. Like supporting item that we can later use in game, and also we can change one of the two playable characters in the stage. This trend has started since Samurai Warrior Chronicles with some additional change. One of the similarities to Dynasty Warrior counterpart, you can equip characters with other weapons besides their preferable weapon in there. However, instead of two, we can use only one weapon. While I don't mind with this additional mechanic, it still got me thinking, does this happen because there's another playable version of two main characters in this game, as well as other special NPC that we could play? Because to be honest, I really love all the moves that appear in this game. But then I realized we live in an era where DLC exists, so overall, even though there are massive change happening in this game, I think this game is pretty enjoyable from the story and also gameplay. I sincerely hope they will have some more title on this installment, because I want to know what developer can cook in future. Fourth, Dynasty Warriors 9 and Dynasty Warrior 9 Empires. This is no. Oh, next! Sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I need to finish what I start. Dynasty Warriors is a game I really care about and it's just painful for me playing this game. After I finish playing this game, I just say this slowly to myself. What the heck am I getting into? I know. Some of my friends already played told me about what happened in this game, and I know what I should face after I read some review about it. I know I will get disappointed, but I don't know I will be disappointed this bad. I really want to love it, you know? I keep telling to myself, maybe because open world doesn't suit me, or it just doesn't fit in a Warrior role. I try to be open-minded, but then this new mechanics really stun me, and I don't find it enjoyable to go to certain point to do some fighting. If you find going from point A to point B in a map is a pain, I'm sorry to say that I think this is what Dynasty Warrior 9 is. The map is too big on the grand scale level, there are some mini games and other things to do, but I would rather do whatever they usually do in the previous installment. I boot up the game, I choose the faction and play story because it's more enjoyable. I think other mechanics such as home decoration, walking around China, and other things are more suitable on Empire installment, and when I play that installment, it's turned out my guesses aren't 100% wrong. I found the open world is more enjoyable there instead of the main installment. As for the story, I have absolutely no problem with the story. In this game, the story is divided according to characters and also follow the character's timeline in the history. This is quite new and I don't have any problem with it. But this will have an impact on maybe some of the character will have more canonical stage than other characters. But then, I don't have any problem with it because it makes sense. I just hope this game isn't the last installment of Dynasty Warriors series, because as a fan, I will be so sad if this really happened. But then, only time can tell. 5th, Fate Exela. This is the last Warrior game I played in 2023. No kidding. As I said before many times in my live stream, I really wanted to play this game for so long because I love Fate Extra and I saw my classmates playing this, but at that time I couldn't play it because my limitation as a student. Now in my adult years, when I saw this game and the sequel Exela Link on sale in Steam, I just had to get it. But boy, it turned out like what I expected. Gameplay is a basic like other Warriors game, but the major difference is on the map. The only thing I can describe about the map is like separate stage that connected to a portal. Those stages are dubbed as a sector, kinda reminds me of the base system in Dynasty Warrior 9, that we have to take over to finish game or open up the main base. Those portals, despite making me dizzy in regards to visual, save our time to move from base A to base B. One thing that I'm really happy about in this game is the fact that each servant, despite having the same class, does not share the same move like Dynasty Warrior 6. I'm not saying sharing moveset is bad, I just really like it if my character has their own special moveset. For the main story, I admit they have a good build-up and concept. Some minor parts of the story may change based on what route you play, but the route is unlocked after you finish one before, so I don't worry about it. And I maybe get a lot of hate for saying this, but here is some confession. Sadly, I decided not to finish it. Before anyone comes to me in the comments, yes, I know what OG Fate series is, but knowing that this game is written for a certain demographic only completely annihilated me from it. Not to mention that they omit one of the main characters of the OG Extra is kinda disappointing, you know? To put it simply like this game's story and representation remind me of Fate Extra CCC, the sequel of Fate Extra. As a fan of Fate Extra, I played that game after I finished it, but boy, I am disappointed. Listen, I don't mind with the fan service and stuff, but it's just disappointing on my part seeing Extra is now filled with these instead of focusing on narrative like the OG game. But then, I take what I get. I admit, I will regret it later after I play Fate Extra Link, but then I still have not bothered to finish this game. But on a positive note, the sequel has better story than this. And that is the end of my video. I am sorry if I said wrong word and also bad grammar English. English isn't my first native language and I'm still trying my best to improve it every day. But I really hope my choice of word about my opinion can be understood here. I also hope you guys like this video. If you do, maybe you can consider to subscribe, like, or maybe support me with coffee. I just hope you guys have a good day and see you guys later. Bye!